So YouTube video, here we go. So hi guys, what do you think of that? Not too bad, is it? Now, we're looking at high swings, we're looking at low swings, we're looking at the differences, what are the advantages, and shed some light on the topic to give you guys a better understanding of which style suits you the best. Alright, so you either have the tendency to come in steep, or you have the tendency to come in underneath plane. You probably don't have the tendency to come down on a perfect plane. But yeah, when we're looking at the different components involved, it's an interesting one. And for a lot of people out there, perhaps there's an easier way to swing, which we'll have a look at during this video. Look at Hogan there. You can actually see the loading on this shaft. How pure is the motion? And in this video, the wonderful world of golf, or the shell thing, whatever it was called, 18 greens and 18 fairways. Amazing video. Now, looking at the top of the position, we're going to go into some other players. Just showing you Hogan here that had quite a low lead arm position. Now, just to get one thing straight, you can sort of see what's the angle on that. Anyway, we're just getting into the 30s. Obviously, he's hitting a driver, and Fleetwood's hitting an iron, but the swing here is much higher, isn't it, on this side here? So what we're going to do, don't forget, right? So when we're lowering the lead arm plane, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to swing really short. Okay, so we can still get the club back a long way. It's just finding your best position. I mean, you might be a hybrid. You might be, right on a perfect plane. But we're going to be looking at these two styles in this video, and so what's the advantages and why, why do some people swing in, a little bit lower now and a little bit higher. So you got players like Ricky Fowler at the top of the swing with really low arm position, hypermobile in the shoulder joint. And even from here, it's like the guy doesn't really bring it in underneath plane. He's swinging on a lower plane. So people swing often on a lower plane because if they didn't, they'd be coming in too steep. So, in a way, for a lot of these very, gifted players, it's a subconscious move as well. Well, let's have a look at Kuchar here, who's really, one of the straightest hitters in the world. And up on the all-time main list, people don't know how good this guy is. Hits it really, really good. You're seeing two completely different positions at the top. Right? Now, Kuchar's got a strong left-hand grip, so he's moving it almost into a four-knuckle grip. Now, out of that, he can get a lot more lag, but that's his sort of style of, the way he plays with a stronger grip. Now, I suppose you've probably got a few people hitting fades out there that don't really want to fade it, or they're flipping it. They don't really want to flip. They're not getting the compression. They're hitting fat shots, thin shots, and so. By looking at sort of that style of swing where we're flipping it and we're slicing it, the stronger left hand position is important. Look at the lead arm position here. That's a lot lower. Now, for a lot of people, if you swing back like that, you would come underneath plane. I'm sure if Tommy Fleetwood dropped the lead arm down into a 30-something degree area here, he'd be well underneath plane, and that would be too much for him. But for Kuchar, if you've watched or if you've seen, you probably haven't, but if you've seen some of his other videos, he's always almost struggling to come in too steep. So, for him to lift up the arm position up into here, that would be difficult for him to shallow the plane. Or it's you're moving away from your dominating pattern, your natural sort of pattern. And guys, don't forget to, I always do forget to say that, but don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, and then you'll get click that all. You get notification of all the videos coming your way. And so when essentially what we're doing is you're trying to find the best position for yourself to bring it down and to find the slot position that they're all in, right? So one of the advantages of a lower swing is, and if you can get your shoulder planes matched up between 39 to 45 degrees, he's there on 42. This is the thing. The guys are doing a lot of stuff the same in regards the same shoulder plane there, Tommy Fleetwood. So their bodies are moving very, very similar, but their positioning of the hands and the arms, they differ to suit your sort of natural style. So one of the things here, when you have a look at the advantage of a lower elbow position from this position here, is that he's already on the original shaft plane with that elbow, and there's not a whole bunch of room from here to here. So for him, it's easier to bring it down and find this position when you're after the slot, right? So you want to bring that club down. You want to get that club coming in slightly behind the hands or level with the hands, and you want to be able to, get that club head pointed up, the club face control Because you need to hit a golf ball straight, right? You need to get the path, you need to get the face right, and you need to get the low point right. That's just a fact. So if you get this position here, you're going to be humming songs to yourself down the fairway. Now, if you see Fleetwood, now this is where it gets harder, but it's also possible. Now, for players that come in underneath plane, tendency to always come in underneath plane, you've got to have a look at, what are the characteristics that stop me from doing that? And there's quite a few. Now, these are the things that we're showing you on World Class Golf Instruction. There's 900 videos, but there's 50 separate series. So you can find your solution. Maybe you've got early extension, which is something we're going to get into a little bit in this video because some people are losing it there, or maybe you're flipping it, you want more compression. Perhaps you want some more speed, or you're hitting block shots. The advanced players blocking the ball out to the right. So watch this arm position. It sort of just will keep to come down. And that's not easy to do. And you've got to have also the ability to externally rotate your shoulder like that. Not many people can. So that he's bringing this, he's got a triangle in here. So that's going to flatten the plane. And that sort of, he's able to move it back down there. He's almost got it in the perfect position, like a Robert Rock now. And just going to continue to shallow and continue to shallow. And with the lag and everything, he's going to bring it down the same position. You see that?
World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction.
So guys, one of the things that's really, really important to notice for you people out there with a bit of a high entry, a higher swing, or if you're coming in a little bit steep in this part of the swing, you can see that the shaft here coming through the upper part, perhaps, of the shoulder, rather than maybe through the bicep here, is what we're going to see a lot of the time is players will use some early extension. Okay, so they'll move their hips towards the ball, they'll extend back a little bit with their upper body, and for most people out there, they think it's a mistake, and it's really, really affected some of the people that I've been speaking to this year. They've seen, certain coaches, and you've got to take that out to understand that now that they hit pull shots and cuts, and have just spent so much time working on something that never goes away because your body needs it, right? So to understand this motion that so many of the best players in the world are moving towards the ball, and arguably for the longer clubs, you need it. All right, so you can see that when the body moves in this direction, and the head pulls up, the shaft will flatten. So people are looking at early extension when they're swinging high. So you've got to understand if you're a high swinger and you've got some of that in there, you might want to leave it in there. Or if you have the tendency to come down a little bit steep and you've got some early extension, it's probably the only thing that's helping you. And sometimes people are taking things out, they don't really know what they're doing with their golf swings. And that's why on World Class Golf Instruction, there's 50 separate series on there. You'll find if you're blocking the ball, if you want more speed, if you're flipping, you've got some compression, you want some advanced pitching, you've got chipping hips. So you'll see Jason Day, you'll see the head sort of pulling back and the hips moving a little bit towards the ball. And this is what helps get this shaft down and down and down and get it to come in behind the hand. You'll see Oosthuizen, one of the best swingers in the world. Everyone voting it best swing in the world. How much movement is that? So it's, the head pulls back slightly in this direction, the hips move forwards, and so early extension, then flushing it down the fairway. There's a lot of players out there moving in that direction that are, some of the best ball strikers in the world. So be careful what you're working on. I really believe that it's important. A lot of people think they know what they're doing in the golf swing. And then when I sit down or I teach them and I show them, they're really surprised that they don't know what they were doing. If you're hitting it good, you will. But you'll see all these great players, when they're moving in longer clubs, just about all of them moving forwards and extending. And this is what actually helps the trace on the feet. This is what flattens the plane. And if you're hitting a driver on the way up, you want to hit it from the inside. So important things to notice. Guys, if you're after online lessons, check out craighansongolf.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. I just really like to make sure that people are working on the correct things and moving in the right direction and understanding what style of swing, they're not wasting your time, what style of swing and the style or pattern of swing works most effectively for you.